Hello everyone, welcome to another video. So today's fight again, as we are continuing from yesterday, and as you guys know, we were unlucky a little bit on the tag-in part for the last fight, and so Batman here is alive. He actually has very less health left, and I was not able to think of what team I can use without wasting a lot of resources. So at the end I was just like, let's whatever, let's just do a Supergirl gameplay here. So we are using Bane to hold passive stats. He has a kryptonite spear, and Supergirl has a Farron knife. No, I'm sorry, Supergirl has dark metal cards, not Farron knife. Because this guy is resilient, so that's the reason Supergirl has dark metal cards. Supergirl has dark metal cards on her. And the damage we need to do is again very less, so yeah, we are going to kill him pretty quickly. That's not going to be a big deal. Yeah, so yeah, whenever we are on the dark metal cards, we are doing a good amount of damage, and he will be dead shortly now. Okay, yeah, he must be dead now. Yeah, there we go, that was it, the one shot. Then I think so, what do we have next? Oh yeah, we have next the main boss, Superman, collector of worlds Superman. So he is a little bit cringe, you can say, because he converts your positive effects into dot. So the objective here is to use EPI with dark metal cards and Raven for the damage against target, because I think he has more modifiers like crit immunity, dot resistance and all. He has all that, so that's the reason we are using EPI plus Raven. And we have Girl of Steel Supergirl in the team, because what she does is she prevents negative effects, and one negative effect that Raven is going to get is that she would get the power generation. No, I'm sorry, not power generation. She would get the power steal once she does her special one, and so that buff is going to get converted into dot. And to prevent that, we are using Girl of Steel, because Girl of Steel also heals you once you do special. So Raven basically is not going to lose any health. So that's the reason why we have Girl of Steel there. And then the gameplay is going to be regular EPI Raven. We stack darkness with Raven, and then we deal damage with EPI on dark metal cards. So that is the plan. Here Superman is being little bit annoying, as you can see. He's doing a lot of those specials and all. He also deals a lot of damage, and he also blocks pretty quickly. That's something I hate about this man. So yeah, the gameplay is not the easiest. I mean, it is easy, it's not that it's very difficult. It's just that Superman here is being pretty annoying. That's something you just need to play well, and you're fine. You are going to kill him pretty easily. He is doing a lot of specials here. That's sometimes annoying, but yeah, he does this, and this hazard special especially, it is pretty annoying, and there was a delay. I think I did the delay there, and he blocked the basic hits there. So yeah, we have 1 minute left, and we haven't dealt any damage. So here I decided to lock in a little bit, and I combo interrupted him for the most part, and we did a bunch of damage, a handful of damage actually. We took out half of his health, more than half of it health actually, a lot of his health. But yeah, tanking super move with EPI, because that is the safest option here, because if you tank it with Raven, she might lose darkness, and EPI here is going to heal herself pretty quickly. So that's the safest option, I guess. Or the even more safe option is Girl of Steel, tanking the super move. That is the best thing you can do, I guess. No need to tank it with Raven or EPI, But yeah, so again, he's being a little bit annoying. So, but yeah, we have got it. We will kill him pretty easily, I guess. It's not going to be very difficult. Yeah, he's dead. That's nice. Okay, so yeah, we got one key. So the thing is, I think in the last video, as you guys know, we got Beta Club and Sharp Tongue, and this video next we are going for Catchy Hook, to replace God Killer. So yeah, we will be doing a vault opening now with the key that we got, and we will hope that we get Catchy Hook because I think there is like 2 items left in the vault, Catchy Hook and one more. I think Jokerized Venom is the second artifact that was there left, in the vault. Yeah, Jokerized Venom and Catchy Hook. Yeah, Catchy Hook is what we want. So yeah, let's see. So Catchy Hook, yeah, we got the Catchy Hook, nice. So I will be trying this on Raiden, replacing God Killer with Catchy Hook, and we will also do a few Beta Club teams as we have it. Sharp Tongue I think I won't try. So yeah, the first Beta Club team that we are going with is Hawkman here, the Flawed Justice team, Hawkman with Beta Club, John Cena with Puppet, and The Rock with passive stats, Kryptonite Spear. So the plan is we first do percentage health damage with The Rock, Black Adam, and do his super move. Then you activate Puppet with John Cena, Peacemaker, I'm sorry. I mean, yeah, same thing. You activate Puppet with him, do his super move, and then you deal damage with Hawkman is the plan. So yeah, I did get a one shot here actually. It wasn't very difficult, but the one thing that I faced, an issue I can say, the issue that I faced was like, so one problem that I have, I will have to admit it, that my Peacemaker is only 4 stars. So the rate of generation of his Peace Shields is pretty bad. It's very slow actually, and that causes a little bit of problems. Another problem that I am facing is my Beta Club is only level 4 or 5 I guess. So the problem is the dot duration for my Beta Club is very less, and here I messed up a little bit. I wasn't able to, okay, this special animation duration of it is a little bit weird because you do the special before he even gets up and you miss the special altogether, so yeah, this is the gameplay loop that we are going to follow now. We keep Puppet active with Peacemaker, and we do the jump attacks with Hawkman. That is the thing. That is what we are going to do. So yeah, the problems that I am facing with this team is that keeping Peace Shields active for the most part is a challenge for me. Peacemaker star rating is very low, so I need to improve on that. My Beta Club is at a lower level, so the duration of the dot value is also pretty low. So the duration of the Peace Shields and the Beta Club, it's a little bit weird for me because I am just not able to time those tag-ins properly. That's the problem I faced. And yeah, and I mean, like, see, this is the first time I'm using this team with Beta Club, so I will face challenges. That is fine. Yeah, and I will improve in the subsequent videos, but yeah, just my thought, the challenges that I faced that I'm talking about, and because of that this one shot actually went very close. So here I'm just trying to get the full peace stacks with Peacemaker, and then we will be tagging in Hawkman. I made a mistake. I could have tagged in Hawkman earlier. I wasted a lot of time there, but yeah, and we are getting decent values. Those are not bad. Like there you can see 55 million per second. It's not a bad value at all. So yeah, we are getting decent values. It's just that I'll have to improve my gameplay a little bit. That is my problem, I would say, So yeah, again you can see this thing. The Beta Club expires pretty quickly. That's the problem. Now there, when I tagged in Hawkman, the Peace Shields went out. So that is that is the thing. I'm not able to time the Peace Shields and the dot damage of Beta Club properly. That is what I'm having a problem with. But again, I'll play this team a few more times and I will improve. That is fine, not a big deal. And he's dead. So yeah, one shot with Hawkman team, the Flawed Justice team, achievement unlocked, you can say. So that is the thing. Another thing, I will be trying the Sharp Tongue. I haven't actually. I will have to try the Sharp Tongue. It's okay. So next fight is Beast Boy with Puppet. So yeah, I wanted to say a few things, like for example, So I did try the sharp tongue on a few teams in the training mode, not in the main fights. I tried it on DC Universe Superman, and it's crazy on him because obviously because of the incoming damage. He has the 300% incoming damage, so he does a lot of damage with sharp tongue. That is the team I tried him with. That is the team I tried the sharp tongue on, I'm sorry. And other than that, I think the teams that I tried it on was Batman Ninja Batman. So I had a doubt, like I just wanted to say that the thing that I experienced with the ninja team, the sharp tongue does pretty inconsistent damage. Like I have no idea how it works. Like a few specials it did around like 100 million damage, and a few specials they were doing like a 16 million and 15 million damage. So I am genuinely confused. Like I literally have no idea how this happens, like why it happens for Batman, why he does so inconsistent damage. So that is something I wanted to talk about. Like if you guys know the reason, or you guys know a better way to play sharp tongue on Ninja Batman, you guys can just let me know in the comments, because that is the problem I faced. So that's the reason here with Ninja Batman I'm using Beta Club, because with Beta Club again he is doing pretty nice damage as he does. So yeah, so that is something I wanted to talk about. That is something I encountered and I just wanted to share it. I did not put it in the video because it was a training mode fight and I did not record it. So but yeah, that is something I encountered. Another thing that the one fight I did in the training mode was sharp tongue on DC Universe Superman, and I think from the next video I will be using Superman with sharp tongue, because I like that artifact on him very much, because the damage he does on the specials with the sharp tongue is crazy. Like it's pretty nice. Like I encountered values of like more than 250 million on a special, so that is very nice. So in the subsequent videos we will be using sharp tongue on Superman. But yeah, anyways, coming back to the fight, this fight we are using Batman with Beta Club. So it's a rough start actually. I did not play well. Another reason is like this, again the Beta Club dot duration is very small for me, so that is a problem I do encounter. But here we are, okay, I failed again, but again we apply the dot again and we have it. So the first objective of these fights is like getting the puppet active first, and then you will be applying the dot in between tag-ins, that is what we are going to do. So a pretty rough start. We did not start well, but eventually we got the puppet active, and now I'm just doing specials to keep it active. Then so yeah, 54 million on that special, very nice value. Tag out and do specials with Joker to keep puppet active, and in a few specials only you can see the duration of this Beta Club that I was talking about. I do a few specials with Joker and the dot value is gone. It's very less duration actually, and the reason is like my Beta Club is at level 5, so I'll have to increase the level a little bit. But even then it's a pretty nice artifact. As you can see, we are doing very nice damage. So there, how much was it? Okay, that's a bad value. We just got I think 8 million per second there. We'll have to tag in again. 8 million to 11 million, something like that. I think the maximum value that I got on this here was around 76 million, something like that, I guess. That's what I remember. Yeah, this we got it. Yeah, the 76 million value, and he's dead. So yeah, this is the one new one-shot team that I have unlocked now after Beta Club. So now I have more than 7 one-shot teams and I use them, the way I feel like using them. Anyways, let's move to the next fight. Next fight we are going to try out Catchy Hook. Now Catchy Hook also is a pretty good artifact, fine, it worked. I did a fight with the normal Mortal Kombat fight, replacing God Killer with Catchy Hook on Raiden. So the gameplay is going to be exactly same as what we did before, nothing different, because Catchy Hook does the same what God Killer did for us. The main objective was to do infinite combo with Raiden. So Catchy Hook provides us with that. We can do that very nicely. But instead of attack steal from God Killer, we have a damage buff from Catchy Hook, which is nice because I think it's a team-wide damage buff, which is another nice thing because Scorpion gets that damage buff too. you know. So that is also nice. So in total, when the enemy has 0 power, Scorpion has a 900% damage buff now, because of the catchy hook and Raiden, both damage buffs together, you know. But one problem I faced here was that I think now my catchy hook is only level 1. So the problem that I faced was the block disable on Scarecrow. It went out pretty quickly, you know. That is something I would like to improve, which I will eventually, because my catchy hook right now is only level 1. So obviously with time it is going to improve. But yeah, just saying, you know, the problem that I faced was the unblockable. As you can see, when you do the special with Scorpion, and then you see, you can, once you tag Raiden back in, then he is able to block because the unblockable has expired and you have to apply it again. And so that is the problem I encountered, which is not really a problem. Again, it's just that my catchy hook is just at lower levels, and it will improve once I level it up. So yeah, that is the thing. Overall, pretty nice artifact. It's a great artifact actually. But yeah, see this thing, the blocking thing, once the block disabled expires, that is something I have a problem with, which is again I'm saying it multiple times, it's not really a problem, it's just that we'll need some gear materials to level it up. But yeah, so yeah, but anyways, I mean, it's a good replacement for God Killer. We are able to do what we used to do before. Not really a big deal, I would say. Anyways, let's move to the next fight. And for the next fight, again, we are going to use DC Universe Superman with Beta Club now. So I was just like, you know, I was like, let's try this. Let's use Beta Club on Superman and see how it goes. I mean, everyone knows how it's going to go, but just also on top of that, I'm using Flash and Grodd as supports, which is the strongest support in the game, I guess, you know. So yeah, we are going to fry Gorilla Grodd here. His mechanic is that he summons these minions, which is not a big deal. So yeah. So again, the gameplay, as you guys know very well, it's going to be the usual gameplay, doing special 1s and special 3s to keep yourself unhittable. So here I actually did not do the Flash super move early on, you know. I did it very late actually, because I really had forgotten about doing the Flash super move there, really, you know, to get the damage buff, because Superman doesn't need that damage buff really, you know. He can do it without the damage buff too, but you can see I had just forgotten. I was just trying to get the damage against target first, and then we got him. We did his third special, because I tagged him in a little bit earlier and I did not have power for super move there. But yeah, we got it, and now we can see the damage values with the Beta Club. They are going to be very nice big values. Okay, that's 13 million. It is going to increase slowly now, because the damage buff is increasing slowly, you know, so the value is also going to increase slowly. Yeah, we are doing 20 million per second. It will, I think it went up to, okay, that's 35 million per second there, a big increase. Yeah, and now he's dead. Okay, that is 61 million per second there, you can see, that is great value. And again, the gameplay part also, like usually what you would do is you would just do the jump attacks, you know, to get a good value. But here I was just doing the normal gameplay with Superman, doing the full combos and all, because it doesn't really matter. I just wanted to try it out. You don't really need to use Beta Club on him. You can use a Fahrenheit or something and you are fine, you know. But you know, I just wanted to try it, so that's the reason I used it. But anyways, let's meet in the next video. You guys can tell me about why the Batman Ninja team doesn't do consistent damage with the Sharp Tongue. And in the next video onwards, we will be using Sharp Tongue on Superman, because I tried it once and I liked the artifact very much.